All right, first graders, today we are going to be looking at story elements again, and our objective is I can identify story elements in a fictional text. Now, some of these words we've really been working hard on lately. Identify means to tell what it is. You are going to be able to tell me what the story elements are in a fictional text. Fiction means it's fake. Yep, the text that we're looking at, texts are words. The text we're looking at is fiction fake stories again this week, which are my favorite. All right, our DOL today, the way that you're going to show me and prove to me that you understand story elements, is I'm going to read a story to you, and you are going to be able to identify the characters, setting, problem, and solution by drawing them and answering some multiple choice questions. All right, in our classroom, we are communicators, and communicators means we share our ideas. There are many ways that we are sharing our ideas in the classroom. We can read, write, speak, listen, and communicate with our bodies. Today, the way that I'm communicating with you is I'm going to read a story and communicate those ideas, and then you are going to communicate back to me that you understand story elements by writing those story elements and maybe even speaking them when you're speaking them out loud with your families. Remember our communicator song, grabbing my poster, our little chant that we've been working on. We say, communicate, communicate. I like to communicate. Listen, speak, and read and write another language too. Communicate, communicate ideas from me to you. All right. Now, our central idea, what we're learning all about, is we share our experiences through storytelling to build understanding. That's what we're learning all about. That's why we're reading these stories. We're learning that that's a way to communicate, and that we're learning the structure of those stories and how we best communicate those stories. Whoops, sorry about that. Now, our central idea, or our key concept, is form. We say, form, what is it like? What are the parts of a fictional text? Those are our 4 story elements, right? We're learning that most stories follow those 4 story elements so that you can communicate your story in a way that people can understand. Our first story element is characters. I'm going to move my picture right up here. Remember, characters are who or what. Who or what the story is about. Maybe your characters are animals. Maybe your characters are people. Remember, in First Day Jitters, we had Miss Hartwell. And in our story, Molly Lou Mellon, we had a little girl named Molly Lou Mellon and the not-so-nice friend, Ronald Durkin. So those are our characters. Characters are who or what. Very good. The other story element, the next one, is setting. Setting is when or where. So in First Day Jitters, where was Miss Hartwell? She was at her home and she was in the school. And when was this happening? During the daytime. Setting is when or where. All right, now we just learned last week what the problem was in the story. The problem is when something goes wrong. The problem is when something goes wrong. There was a big problem in our story, Molly Lou Mellon, right? Ronald Durkin was a problem, and he was very rude to Molly Lou Mellon. So that's a problem when something is going terribly wrong in a story. And our final story element is the solution. The solution is how we fix it. The solution is how we fix it. All right, so our solution in Molly Lou Mellon was that she just decided to be herself. She ignored Ronald Durkin and decided to just be her, not fixed the problem, right? He came the next day and gave her a gift because he really changed his mind and changed his ways. So those are our 4 story elements that we will be working with in our text. When we are finished reading today, we will be filling out this graphic organizer to prove that we know who the characters, setting, problem, and solution are in today's story.